securing the world's payments is priority one.
Welcome to Lifestyle Buzz Today with Orlando. Fresh, innovative, entertaining talk about topics we are all in one way or another involved with. And now, here's your host, Orlando Burgos.
Well, hello, world. How the heck are you, huh? Hope you're all doing well. It's one of these beautiful California mornings. I hope you're ready for another edition of realism, logic, and other fun stuff. And we cannot start the show without actually being a little bit, I hate the word political, but you know what? It's our world, it's our planet, it's our country, and there's things that need to be really discussed in order to put a little bit of good perspective into the show here. Our disconnected nation. Colorado approves the use and distribution of hallucinogenic mushrooms. Call them magic mushrooms, call them whatever you want, psychedelic variety. Is that crazy or what? Are these people trying to destroy society as a law? One law at a time? I mean, these things, look, I'm from the hippie generation, okay? I know about the mushroom thing. During my time, there was more than enough experimentation about it. And it's okay. I mean, like, look, people need to, if that's what inclination you have, is to try to do something a little on the avant-garde, a little out of the way. Okay, but you know what? Don't make a habit of things, okay? On the other side of the coin, Washington State is trying to raise the age of smoking and vaping to 21 in order to curb the use of tobacco by minors. It leads me to kind of ask the question, lawmakers, don't they communicate with each other? Isn't that what they're supposed to do? I mean, to kind of build a society or to at least inform right about what's going on in our country. I got to tell you, like I said before, I wore the long hair. I had the long handlebar mustache. I mean, listen, we were young. We tried. What can I say? What do you think about these laws, Mike?
This is a very interesting story, Orlando, because this is kind of on the heels of the birth, the propagation of medical marijuana. Mm-hmm. And so it should be noted that this is only in the city of Denver. The actual, right. the state and the federal government will still have laws criminalizing the possession, sale, consumption of these magic mushrooms. And so this is definitely heading for a court case. I personally agree that in the legalization of marijuana, but I've never tried, magic mushrooms before, and I don't know. It just seems like it's anything that's going to, really make you hallucinate. I don't know.
Like I said, I'm from a generation that tried the LSD thing. I mean, you name it. And I personally, I never went that route. Okay. I had enough with a little bit of scotch here and there, whatever, little pot, whatever. Never to the point of having to do the mushroom thing and this, smelling glue or whatever it was. Because there was enough knowledge out there to where people did research on their own and saw the benefit or the lack of, so we were made to be a little bit wiser about the usage of a lot of these things.
I'm just really surprised this came out of Denver and not of California. It's
you know what? I thought about that. Oh, my God. Denver, what's going on, man? All right, we'll be right back.
This is Dr. Howard, founder and formulator of Balance of Nature. We're changing America, one life at a time.
Every time you turn around, there's a new ad on the TV set. Bad drug, call this lawyer. Are you on this, that, or the other? And it's all the stuff they're promoting the year before. I've got stomach issues, regular arthritis people have my age, and I wanted to get better, Anything I can do that's healthy, that's natural, it makes sense. tell Dr. Howard I really, really appreciate he made this stuff, because I'll tell you, it really makes a big difference. Everything seems to be better.
From now until May 10th, receive a 15% discount and free shipping on your first preferred order of Balance of Nature. And just in time for Mother's Day, receive an extra $10 off any additional set of fruits and veggies you purchase. This offer will end on May 10th, so don't wait. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code FLASH.
Welcome back. This is your pal Orly, and you are tuned in to Lifestyle Buzz today, and soon to be known as Journeys by Silver Fox. I've been announcing it little by little, and it should take effect in toward the beginning of June. But I'm trying to wean you into that direction. One of the things that we're going to be doing is talking more about travel, more about food and wine, more about health issues, more about luxury, more about the fun stuff, okay? We're going to be leaving away the politics of our daily life and the routine of being angry all of the time. I mean, my God, I don't understand why, with so much beauty out there, how people are always ticked off at for one small reason. So one of the things that we're going to be talking about a lot is travel. And like I mentioned a couple of shows ago, was that travel does not necessarily have to be going away, far away, leaving our shores and into foreign lands or anything like that. I mean, that's beautiful. I do it all the time. But you can find so much beautiful things here in your local area. And I had the great opportunity here a few days ago, okay, of doing something fun and very local to the LA area, which was, again, what I look for is the flavor and the vibe. It makes a place unique, the charm that is usually looking into more deeply, to be looked more deeply than usual. One of the things that I had the opportunity of doing was to visit the Queen Mary. And I did this for a project that I'm organizing. And I was so surprised, because I have done the Queen Mary, the tour, and I've gone up and down the stairs and gone to the engine room and, all the type of stuff that everybody sees. But I got to see the Queen Mary on an off day when there was no crowd. And I got to photograph a lot of things that are very unique. And you know what? I found myself enthralled by the fact that I was walking into history. It was really nice. Have you ever been to the Queen Mary, Mike?
Yeah, I have. Actually, years ago, our high school had a little event there at the Queen Mary. It was kind of like a little grad night kind of thing. Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. It was beautiful.
You know what? I mean, I've known the Queen Mary since it actually was brought to Long Beach and docked there, and I never paid much attention to, other than the fact that, okay, so you went up, you saw the tour, you did all the activities. I never thought about it as an end destination to go spend a couple of days to just unwind and relax. I don't think you want to spend like a whole week there, but like 2-3 days, I think is going to be magnificent of a thing to do.
Can you actually stay overnight? Is it, because I remember it was a hotel for a while.
Yeah, it's a hotel. As a matter of fact, I took a picture of the entrance. There it is. Part of the thing is so big, and I was so close that's what I got. But here's a fun fact. You see that funnel right there, the red and black thing? It looks like a tin can on top of the ship, but that is big enough to put 3 trains side by side, like 3 train cars side by side, and they fit in there. I mean, it's enormous. I mean, it's gigantic, So, but yeah, it is a hotel. It's got 300 and something rooms, whatever. And the main thing is that the old cabins have been converted to hotels, hotel.
Really, look at this. This entryway is absolutely fantastic when you look at it. What you just referenced. I mean, it's Art Deco. Look at that.
Look at the Art Deco. Look at the wood. I mean, look at the richness of the place. By just looking at it, it's like you can tell that. I mean, who had I mean, going back there was the age of elegance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't it kind of? It fills you with the richness of. You look at the woods and you go like, man, I mean, I'm used to looking at fake wood. It's plastic, you know. This is real stuff. And it's like so beautiful, so beautiful. I mean, not a soul around.
That's like when back in the day when it was like you'd wear the suit and tie during the day on the boat and then the tuxedo and evening jacket to dinner and the
right there you could not go with a t-shirt.
Oh, no.
You know, so, no. Everything about it. It's like, see, for me, I like to go further and further into what I'm looking at. You know, a lot of people just look at the surface. And for me, is what was the creation of this? What prompted this?
One of the photos that really fascinated me, Orlando, that you brought in was the photos of the bathroom. And take a look at this, audience. This is an amazing. Look at that. What are those knobs?
That is originally okay. There's like the faucet in the middle is new because of technology today. But they left it like that on purpose because that bathroom right there goes back to the origins of the ship. I mean, that's the way it's always been. And all those knobs are in case you wanted to take a shower with salt water or with soft water. You know, warm salt water, cold soft water.
Anybody who's ever been to the Jersey Shore, a lot of the hotels, the old legacy hotels on the Jersey Shore, they have the 3 knobs where it's the hot water, the cold water, and the seawater.
Yeah. Well, that's what this is. They had the cold water, hot water, seawater, and fresh water. Yeah. And I mean, they left them there. Today they don't work, but that's a part of the charm of the visiting the hotel part is that you're actually walking into ancient times with modern conveniences, you know?
Yeah, and here's another one. This one's really great. These ornate staircases that you see oftentimes.
That right there, you know what? It attracted me to take a picture to that because that's what moved upper class to the main enclosed deck. And it was like people from the poorer schemes or scales would not be able to use those steps. You know, it was only for the upper class and whatnot that went up to the open decks and whatnot. But you know what? I mean, like the simplicity of the steps is what attracted me. It's just wood, few steps going up. Today, you know, like the new ships, well, if there's no escalator, well, people just don't go anywhere. You know, it's like, so this was luxury, I guess what do you call it? Primal luxury?
I would say, yeah, it harkens back to an earlier time, like what you said.
You know, I found it so charming, so fascinating to walk because you see photographs of movie stars and all kinds of things there who use the ship as regular transport because that was like, you know, there was that or take a long flight, you know. So people preferred the luxury of the cruise.
And I guess there's one way you can still have this experience, and that would probably be on the QE2, right? The Queen Mary 2.
The Queen Mary 2. I mean, there's still a lot of great ocean liners.
Yeah, liners.
Yeah, but most of them are carnival types, you know, just party types. Come as you are. Wear flip-flops all day long. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
The days of luxury are far and few in between there. All right, we'll come back with a little bit more of the Queen Mary. Stay tuned.
The The Dampier Law Firm, PC 55 North Section Street, Fairhope, Alabama, is responsible for this advertisement. No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers. Attention all active or retired military. If you are diagnosed with tinnitus or hearing loss after using yellow and black or yellow and olive dual-ended earplugs, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. These earplugs permitted damaging sounds to enter the ear canal. If you served in the military and were later diagnosed with hearing loss or tinnitus, call 800-401-7804 right now to see if you qualify for significant cash compensation. The manufacturer knew of the defect but did not warn its customers. Complaints allege that the manufacturer manipulated test results to make it appear that the plugs met government standards. If you deployed to Iraq or Afghanistan anytime from 2003 through 2015 and are now suffering from diagnosed hearing loss or tinnitus, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Call 800-401-7804 right now. Hurry, time is limited. Call 800-401-7804 now to see if you qualify for cash compensation. Call 800-401-7804. That's 800-401-7804. 800-401-7804.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808. CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
All right, we are back, and as we were talking about, I had a visit to the Queen Mary, and I have to tell you one thing. If anybody has an inclination to see something very unique, I think that call me at info@journeysbysilverfox.com. I'll give you information, I'll give you pricing, I'll give you everything, but I think it's an experience that everybody should have, because it's history just docked a few miles away from most of us here in LA, and it needs to be explored. So,
one thing that really the coolest thing, one of the coolest things, and this is an absolutely fantastic photo that you took, Orly, of the deck, and we have the picture of the bell and the deck, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, one of the things, I'm sorry about the shadowy thing. I mean, my sun guard kind of
I think it looks cool. It's kind of film noir, you know? It's very appropriate.
Yeah, it makes like a little frame there. But anyway, yeah, this is very unique for the simple reason, like I said, usually when you go on a tour, this is filled with millions of people, so you don't pay attention to the richness of the deck, which is all teak, inside and outside. I mean, it's like one of the best woods you can ever find. It's amazing. And what happened was that originally when they brought the ship, they anchored it there. It was part of the modification to make it into a hotel that all this teak would be covered with tile or something else because it was pitted, over time, little damage, here and there. And whoever owned the ship at the time said, no, it has to remain the Queen, the grand old lady of the sea, you know?
Yeah.
So in the renovation, they lifted all these boards one by one, throughout the entire ship, and they flipped them. They treated them, flipped them, and put them back in the same contour, because you know, it looks like they're straight boards, but in fact they are a little contoured to follow the line of the ship.
Really? Yeah. Oh, that's right, because it's like an oval around.
Yeah. So they went and they treated them. They found the right match perfectly, and that's how they are today. I mean, that's a really a work of love, you know, to go through all of that. And what sometimes happens is that people just walk there, boom, 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 don't pay attention to it. I'm the other way around. I go like, who walked these decks?
Exactly. Or what kind of imagination did it take to, build this behemoth?
Yeah, I mean, there's a photograph that shows actually the insides is like a schematic of the entire ship, and by looking at that, it is amazing just how big, how many compartments, and I mean, it baffles the mind to think that somebody had the time to sketch everything. I studied architecture, and so construction of homes is something that I'm familiar with.
Yeah,
and I'm going like, okay, so this is about the same principle in a humongously massive scale.
In motion, too.
And in motion.
In motion, that also has to deal with all the elements of the sea, be it storms, be it the salt air.
Yeah, so I mean, like, that's why when you walk around, you see all these doors that when the time came, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, the bulkheads, yeah.
They clam up, and I mean, that's it. They have to keep the, 1,000 people safe.
Well, and here's another great photo that you brought in, Orly, of you were talking about the elegance. Look at this handsome little fellow, this handsome family. It's
just Charlton.
That's Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston, yeah. And you see photos like that all over the place. You see Jimmy Stewart, you see Liberace, you see Mel Ferrer. I mean, a lot of luminaries. Mm-hmm. And you go like, wow, man. I mean, like, you're actually walking on the same decks as that. And Winston Churchill probably, because that at one time that ship was used as a transport for dignitaries.
Also for service members coming home from Europe, too.
That ship was actually painted gray, made into a hospital ship.
Uh-huh.
It was the Queen Mary Mercy ship. And, it brought a lot of soldiers home. And amazing. I mean, it's just amazing. Anyway, for more information, again, info@journeysbysilverfox.com. And let's talk about this, okay? We'll send you there. All right. One more time into the breach here with a little commercial. We need to pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Hey, Lorraine, do you realize that your mother, my mother-in-law, Chef Maria, has been serving Las Vegas since 1949?
Yes, I do, Dennis. That's when she first met Howard Hughes, who fell in love with her cooking.
And in 1955, she opened her first restaurant on Fremont Street.
Yes, dear. And another great customer was Liberace.
Wow. Then in 1962, while Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack were causing global excitement on the Las Vegas Strip, your family opened their second restaurant.
And in 1972, Elvis Presley began electrifying Las Vegas audiences and eating in our restaurant.
You know, Lorraine, this is quite a town. There's only one Las Vegas.
And there's only one Bootlegger Italian Bistro.
Folks, when you're in Las Vegas, come visit us. We'll make you feel like you're part of our family.
The Bootlegger Italian Bistro, conveniently located at 7700 Las Vegas Boulevard, South Strip. Visit our website at www.bootleggerlasvegas.com.
The Dampier Law Firm, PC 55 North Section Street, Fairhope, Alabama, is responsible for this advertisement. No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers. Attention all active or retired military. If you are diagnosed with tinnitus or hearing loss after using yellow and black or yellow and olive dual-ended earplugs, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. These earplugs permitted damaging sounds to enter the ear canal. If you served in the military and were later diagnosed with hearing loss or tinnitus, call 800-401-7804 right now to see if you qualify for significant cash compensation. The manufacturer knew of the defect but did not warn its customers. Complaints allege that the manufacturer manipulated test results to make it appear that the plugs met government standards. If you deployed to Iraq or Afghanistan anytime from 2003 through 2015 and are now suffering from diagnosed hearing loss or tinnitus, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Call 800-401-7804 right now. Hurry, time is limited. Call 800-401-7804 now to see if you qualify for cash compensation. Call 800-401-7804. That's 800-401-7804. 800-401-7804.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
We are the debt destroyer. Any debt you have, credit card, tax, student loan debt, call now to get our free report that tells you how to destroy your debt. It's a great resource. Plus, when you make this free call right now, we'll have a debt destroyer expert ready to help you. They can show you how they can help you destroy your debt and get your life back on track. Debt problems don't have to be overwhelming. You can live stress-free and debt-free. Credit cards, medical bills, IRS tax problems, even student loan debt. Learn about free programs offered by the credit card companies, hospitals, and even the government that can help you slash your debt. Call right now for free information, including our Debt Destroyer Guide, a $300 value, yours free. Call right now.
800-515-6348. 800-515-6348. That's 800-515-6348.
All right. Okay, we are back again. And, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the little tidbits about the Queen Mary. What do you think, Mike?
I thought it was a fantastic. It's right up my wheelhouse, too. And also, Orly, what was really cool is when I was a little kid, is going to see the Queen Mary, because it was an experience.
Mm-hmm.
It was very, very fun. And, you know, if you're a little kid and you're obsessed with big things like planes and trucks and boats, but right next door to the Queen Mary, it's not there anymore. I believe it's up in Oregon. But once was the Spruce Goose. And for all our listeners who are not familiar with the Spruce Goose, check it out right there. Look at that.
That monster, built by Hughes Aircraft at the time, was housed in a dome right next to where the Queen Mary is located now. The dome is still there, which is now the terminal for, I think it's Carnival Cruise Line. The ship itself is at the Evergreen Aviation Museum in Oregon. Mm-hmm. You're right, absolutely right. And you know what? They came to the rescue just on time because Long Beach, for one reason or another, wanted to get rid of the Spruce Goose, and they were going to sell it to a Chinese woman that actually wanted to take it to China and make a casino out of it.
Oh, no.
You know?
Yeah.
Which would have
That's not
just
nice.
destroyed it. I mean, again, this is historic. I mean, you cannot just...
I mean, still, it holds the record for the largest plane ever flown, right?
It is. It is. You know what? Up until the time when it became a museum piece where they cut out parts of the fuselage and whatnot. For many, many years, it was locked up in Long Beach in a big, huge hangar, and it was actually flyable.
Really?
The Hughes Aircraft Company made sure that it was kept in flying condition in order to fulfill the conditions they had made with the government.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
So until it became like, okay, this is a funny thing, but just get rid of it. You know? But yeah, for the longest time, it was, I mean, they had mechanics, it had pilots available, they had everything ready to go.
What was it designed to do? Was it designed to be a passenger aircraft?
It was designed during the war as one of the largest transports in order to be able to send, I think it was like 600 soldiers with all the equipment and everything, all at one whack from across the pond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Long range transport.
Yeah, yeah.
Fascinating.
The only thing is that politics entered into the picture. That's the reason why it never really actually took off on time.
Yeah.
And there was a big war between Howard Hughes and Pan Am and
yeah, that's right.
politics.
Yeah. Juan Trippi, the president of Pan Am at the time, had a notorious feud with Howard Hughes.
Yeah. And nobody really liked Howard Hughes. Strange, though. You know, it's really funny because as a young pilot, the company I worked for did all the avionics and all the interiors and all these things for executive jets.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the clients they had was Hughes Aircraft Company. They would buy a green machine, what they used to call, we used to call them green machines, because they were all flown from Georgia or wherever they were built here in the U.S. to our facilities at Van Nuys Airport. And they're painted and the interiors made, all custom and all of that. Hughes would do that periodically, where a plane would come in, brand new, right off the factory floor. They make it beautiful, but they only paint it all white.
Mm-hmm.
And they would put this triangular logo by the door. I forget the name of the company that it was, but it was Hughes Company. Flown to Vegas and parked.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
why?
I guess
Howard Hughes was kind of a weirdo.
Howard Hughes was odd, number one, but I don't know if it had to do with taxes or who knows?
Yeah. Well, he was notorious, Howard Hughes, for he loved the color white because he was, of course, a germaphobe, and he wanted everything white around so he could see if there's anything crawling around on there.
Yeah. I mean, I remember that we used to fly to McCarran Field, taxi to this facility, and there probably was 40, 50 executive jets going back, all kinds, from twin beach propeller ones to jets to turboprops to whatever. All the same, all white, all parked. And the funny thing is that every single one of them was a flyable machine.
Uh-huh.
They were maintained. Engines were rotated. I mean, they were ready to fly. They could not say that they were just there for the heck of it.
Mm-hmm.
That he chose not to fly. It's a different story. Anyway,
well, it's an odd man, but a heck of a pilot himself, though.
I remember one time when they would say, "Oh, hey, Howard Hughes is in Nicaragua," because he used to own I think El Camino Real Hotel in Managua by the lakes, and everybody was like, "Oh my God!" That's where they flew back here, all sick and withered, and he died shortly after.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he was flying, I think, from Nicaragua back to the States, and I think he landed somewhere in the Bahamas, I think, and that's where he passed.
Yeah. He was very sick. I mean, the man was just a wreck.
Yeah.
One never knows. You know what? It goes to show you, it's not all about money.
It's not.
It's about being able to enjoy life at its best. And with that in mind, and traveling and all of that, again, I go to different destinations, and one of the things that I'm always looking for is for unique things to share with potential customers, potential travelers. One of the things that I have noticed in my travels is that since I love to play golf, I always look for places that have golf courses. And more and more, they're becoming more and more frequently available. And they are notorious design courses by professionals, Jack Nicklaus, I mean, you name it. And one of the things that I don't get to talk too much about is the fact that You don't need to go over there and take your golf clubs or anything. A lot of people use that as an excuse, but they love golf. Go to any of these countries, let me know. I'll set it up, and you can have a ball at a spectacular postcard picture perfect golf course for a day, and have a good time and doing something different. And we'll talk about a little bit more about golf when we come back.
Yeah, I'm fascinated about this, Orly, because I want to know, it's a lot of people are planning their summer trips right now, and I want to know if there's any places internationally that has really, really good golf courses that people don't think about, kind of off the beaten path.
Oh, yeah. No, we'll talk about that when we come back. Is it time? Yeah. All right, we'll be right back.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies in a capsule.
I was singing in the shower, singing El Solo Mio. Oh, Solo Mio. As I was singing Mio, I sneezed. So I'm drying up, and I sneeze again. And I blow my nose. A whole bunch of stuff comes out. I'm suddenly realizing that I am breathing out of my nose the best I've ever breathed out of my nose in years. I don't think it's a coincidence that all of a sudden now I'm breathing. What has happened in the past year? I'm a balance of nature. Little by little every day, if I experience it, I'm happy. I'm sure this has to do with balance of nature. I'm sure it does.
When you call, use discount code FLASH, and we'll take 20% off any first preferred order of Balance of Nature and have it shipped to you free. Call 1-800-246-8751. That's 1-800-246-8751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com and use discount code FLASH.
This is the entertainment answer. How excited was Kelly Clarkson to voice Moxie in the new animated film Ugly Dolls?
I was excited because I'd seen kind of what the concept of the movie was, and I was like bawling because I thought it was so sweet. And honestly, I was stoked because I felt like I wouldn't really have to act much because her character is very similar to mine in real life. She's a little bit more over the top. She was such a positive role model, and I have kids. And she was pink, which my 4-year-old daughter was very excited about.
Ugly Dolls, rated PG. For this entertainment answer, I'm Matt Mungle.
Welcome to your island home away from home at Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Relax and unwind on 11 acres of tropical gardens by the whale-shaped pool or in a beachfront cabana. Enjoy your favorite ocean activities, culture activities, and free nightly entertainment. A perfect setting for weddings, honeymoons, family vacations, or just a weekend getaway. Experience aloha at its best at Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel. Call 661-0011 or visit kbhmaui.com and let us welcome you and your ohana to ours.
Alrighty, we are back, and we were getting ready to drive off the first hole here. Mike and I were talking about golf, and one of the things that we talk about is that we take for granted that all the golf courses in the world are here in the U.S. Well, remember one thing, that the golf craze started in Scotland. So you go to Ireland, golf craze is there. You go to, but I sell Latin America primarily. And the more I dig into it, I mean, right now, last September, I had a large group that went to Cuba. There's only one golf course there, but it's fantastic. It's beautiful in Varadero. It's like, it used to be the old DuPont mansion.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
It's called Xanadu.
Yeah.
And now the Varadero Country Club.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, no, it's beautiful.
And that's a full-length, par 72 course?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's a masterpiece. It really is. I mean, it was designed in the late 40s, early 50s by one of the best designers of the time.
Yeah.
And it's been manicured and kept in tip-top shape all this time. Because remember one thing. In Cuba, the inability to travel is from the U.S.
Yeah.
But the rest of the world has been going to Cuba to enjoy
the Canadians have been going for years.
Yeah.
All over the world, people still travel to Cuba.
Yeah, I mean, the place is still communist as all heck and all of that, but now it's a little bit the people are having a little bit of a better time.
Yeah.
The citizens.
Yeah.
Before it was very controlled, but as far as tourism is concerned, man, it's always been a fun place to go. Anyway, one of the things also that people should be aware of is that golf is not only the drive or the whatever, is the putting. I have watched so many people talk about, well, I don't like to make a ridicule of myself about a strange course because they're used to the familiar settings where they golf normally, and the worst thing is the first drive.
Yeah.
Because the clubhouse is right there, all the gawkers are right there. So if you duff one of those, that's it. You're done for the rest of the 18 holes.
It just puts you in a bad headspace for the rest of the round.
Right there, all of a sudden you're looking back every single time and whatever. But no, you know what? I mean, the first drive, once you go away, is away. What people need to concentrate is the putting, because the greens everywhere else, the fairways are usually the same. The greens have a tendency to be different everywhere.
Not only the way that they're shaped, but the kind of grass used too, right?
The kind of grass, the way they cut it. I mean,
Yeah.
so in some places they get very designy and they do these checker patterns on the grass and the green and whatnot. Well, that changes the nap of the grass, so you actually really need to concentrate on the stroke and making sure that everything is perfect. And one of the things that I have noticed in many cases, people, when they stroke the putter, they grip it. There's two things. Some people grip it until their knuckles are red. It's like they're trying to imprint the shaft with their thumbprints or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And in some other cases, it's a very loosey-goosey type of a thing that creates the head to swivel,
Yeah.
The other thing is that I've noticed in many cases, and I don't know why I notice these things, but a lot of people have a tendency to just cock the wrist and stroke the ball.
Because you got to use your whole body, right?
Well, you know what? It's like this, like a swing for the drive where you do the triangle with your shoulders and the grip.
Mm-hmm.
And in a putt, you do the same thing. It's easier to gauge the speed of the ball when you're using that entire pendulum swing.
So where else you specialize in Latin America and Western Hemisphere, where else, are some courses off the beaten path that maybe people want to check out?
Belize has a course in one of the islands.
Uh-huh.
Costa Rica is loaded with golf courses today. Panama is historic because one of the main courses is in the Canal Zone. Now, it's no longer the Canal Zone, but it's still, and you stay at a place called Gamboa, hotel called Gamboa, which you can actually stay in the original barracks for the canal workers.
Uh-huh.
Of course, they've always been painted in pastel colors and really nice, but they are still the original construction. The boards, the exposed boards on the inside.
They always say there's the old adage, wherever the U.S. military went, golf courses went as well.
Yeah, and the golf course at Gamboa is one of the best, but then you also have them in different places too, Argentina, you name it.
A lot of those beautiful golf courses in Hawaii are historic back to the U.S. service members' bases there as well.
Yeah. What is it? Away from Honolulu, Waikalea, towards the north end of the island.
Yeah.
There's some beautiful courses there. But I mean, you can actually go down Baja California. Just about everywhere down Baja, you find great golf courses.
Yeah, adjacent to a lot of the beautiful beach resorts down
You know where there's one of the best? Tijuana.
Really?
And Tijuana has one of the most fantastic golf courses right in the middle of town, just outside of the town, by the Panamericana Hotel.
Oh, interesting. So anybody in San Diego, it's a real quick drive down the border, go play yourself around.
It used to be better because you know what? There was no marshals trying to push you along, or no horns or whatever. No foursomes. Actually, sometimes you go there's 6 people playing the same hole. So. No, golf is the thing we need to do.
It's one of the great things, too, is a lot of courses now are banning cell phones on the course. And so you can really kind of get away from everything and just concentrate on the game and concentrate on the beautiful scenery.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk a little bit more golf when we come back.
Were you scammed into signing a timeshare contract? And did you miss the part that said you have to pay for your great idea? Not only for the rest of your life, but when you're not here anymore, you get to pass this turkey onto your family for them to pay for the rest of their lives. Thanks, Dad. Don't burden your family down the road, and don't be stuck with expensive timeshare payments forever. Get out of your bad idea timeshare contract guaranteed, or pay nothing. Call Resort Release today and learn for free how their timeshare exit team can help you legally exit your timeshare contract. They've helped thousands of people, and they're A+ rated with a BBB. So if you feel scammed, get mad and get out of your expensive timeshare contract right now, guaranteed. Call NOW.
800-716-9903. 800-716-9903. 800-716-9903. That's 800-716-9903.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the Tax Helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. That's 800-932-1597.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
Alrighty, folks, we have covered all kinds of things, and closing in on the golf thing, don't rest your wedge on the sand. It costs you a stroke. Anyway, one of the things that I wanted to talk about, and we talked about travel, we talked about playing golf, we talked about many things, politics a little bit, and one of the things that I like to talk about is the fact that none of this would actually be happening if our health is in poor shape. And as a diabetic myself, I have to tell you one thing, that I was a bad actor when I was told, and that's it. I felt that life was coming to an end because of this and that and the other. And no, it doesn't. I mean, every problem has a solution. Like in my case with the diabetes, it was a very high. I mean, I had like 500 points in sugar. I mean, crazy numbers. And my A1C at the time was like 0.9 or 9 point or whatever it happens to be. Totally out of control. Today is 5.7, which is really cool considering that normal is 6.2.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
And I brought my sugar down to like 90,
wow,
95 every day. You know, I check it. So one of the things that I do like to talk about the fact is that I've always been a heavy eater. I have not given up eating on anything at all. Just cut the portions down to normal. It was really funny. I used to be a big soda drinker.
Yeah.
Now I drink water with my meals, and I don't miss the fizzy things at all. So it's just about loving yourself a little bit more, paying attention to your doctor, and not be a rebel, okay? If you need to take medicines, take the medicines. A lot of people go into hysterics about the fact that, oh my God, injectables, pills, whatever. So what? If it's going to keep you on this beautiful earth for a lot longer, it'll give you more energy, you can do more exercise. I mean, I got to tell you, it has changed my life to think positive about the fact that you can overcome all these illnesses.
Yeah. I mean, it's no longer is it is it considered almost like a death sentence. I mean, now you can treat it, manage it, and still live a great life.
Have you been to the LA Marathon?
Yeah.
For the longest time, there was one guy with one leg.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That went all over the place, and then there was one guy who had a heart transplant that ran. So you know what? The limit is in your mind. It's in your brain. I think that...
it's mind over matter.
Yeah, you need to really come to reality of the fact that you have what you have, and whether you feel miserable or not, you're still going to have the problem. It's how you overcome it, how you make it better, that it's all about. So my suggestion is, think about it, follow directions, get advice, and for God's sakes, just don't roll into a ball and wait for the worst to happen.
Yeah, don't bury your head in the sand. A lot of guys, especially a lot of men, are real reticent about going to the doctor to begin with.
You know what, manly man? Oh my God! No, I cannot do this. I cannot do that because it's not the guy thing to do. Well, the guy thing to do is dying is not a guy thing to do either.
A guy thing to do is provide for your family, and you can't provide for your family if you're not around.
Yeah, best thing to do is actually. You know what? Look out the window. I see a lot of people riding around in their cars, rolled up the windows, all air conditioning, cocoon, and the air, plastic air, whatever. Open those windows. Listen to the sounds of the road. Smell. Learn to live as life was intended to be.
Absolutely.
What can I tell you, Mike? It's been a great show. Time moves too fast. I think we're moving the clock 2 minutes at a whack.
Well, we got to be on the course soon, so we got tea time after this.
Hey, for more information, please info at journeysbysilverfox.com, or you can still use my old email at lifestylebuzztoday@gmail.com, and whichever way you want to do, I'll get back to you right away with more information. Okay, so until next time, stay healthy, stay good. God bless.